Hello, Christine. We are live.
Hello, and it's been a long time since I've seen you.
It has, and I'll have to explain to everybody, is I can't even remember at the start of March we couldn't do it. And then the
That's
start
my
of April.
fault
Oh, well, I wasn't going to,
because I went
blame you.
away. I went
Yes.
away.
Well, and we can't, and I didn't, we thought probably over Easter wasn't a good time. So we decided to do halfway
Yep.
bet- between the March and the April, and today's the day. So I will introduce myself. I'm Anne Lewis. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based on the Sunshine Coast here in Queensland, Australia. Christine.
I am Christine Josty, and I live in the United States, about halfway between Boston and Plymouth, which are two kind of big landmarks for most people, right on the East Coast. So we both live on the coast.
We do. And I know we keep getting asked this. So how did well, I'm not asking you the question because Christine said I had to step up and be responsible for doing the introductions. So I thought I would explain how we got to meet because obviously we're Stamping Up demonstrators and we actually met through Stamping Up and we've become extraordinarily good friends. We started working together in an informal sense, I don't know, probably about 11, 12 years ago.
Has to
And
be
we've
at
been,
least that long.
yeah, and we've been doing that. Um, and sometimes it's been a little less formal, but at the moment, we're definitely working together a fair bit. So it's lovely to have another Stamping Up demonstrator that you can share your experiences with, work together, and Christine's community and my community have come to know each other a fair bit, which has been one of the fabulous things.
Yes,
Now,
and
oh,
and I was going to say we've traveled together, and
we have
Anne's been to my home, and I'm going to Anne's home next fall, which I'm very excited about.
next
So yes,
spring, next spring.
September. So we'll just say September. Um, and yeah, so it's been we've become great friends through Stampin' Up, which is awesome. And so I know some of you have also become good friends, or if not yet, your best friend might be out there somewhere, just waiting for you to get
Yes.
together. All right, so
Now,
we have two people. We have Tracy, oh, Mary Lou, and Carla on. Perfect.
before I'm just going to surprise Christine, so I think I should just put her face on for this.
Okay.
When Christine comes out to Australia, she's going to do a class for me. She doesn't even know
Oh,
that yet.
I don't
But
know that.
but my ladies are saying, it's nice to know how quickly you can be discarded. You're their favorite demonstrator until
Oh, thank
when's
you.
Christine coming is what I get asked. So I
I'll be
decided
there.
she needs to work while she's there.
Okay.
And so she's going to do a class. So
Are you going to tell me what I'm doing? Am I going to prep here and bring it to you, or am I going to say you
no,
need to
we'll have
have?
it all organized.
All right. I'd be
I'll
happy to
make
do that.
sure they're fancy and not your style. That's not true. We
All
do
these
have a different
layers.
style.
Yes, we do.
IDEO. Well, we better get started. Now, Christine, are you happy saying how this works today? Or would you like me to
Sure.
do that as well? I'll throw it over to you. I'll actually leave
Leave
the
me here.
screen here and then throw it down to your desk
All right.
once you start.
So we have changed our format. This is our third month of this new format. Before, for several years, we kind of came up with a challenge or a theme or a product, and we each made something showcasing whatever that theme or project was. It was a little bit long. It's about an hour and a half long. So we
That's if
thought,
we rushed it.
right. So we thought of changing it up. One, to make it shorter, and two, to get you more involved. So we're now calling this Let's Create Together, which means every month we have measurements not the directions, just measurements that we send out ahead of time. And you can either prep ahead or just do it along with us. And it's kind of like there's a mystery stamping kind of trend going on. So it follows that. So we're going to make something you don't know what you're going to make. Anne does not know what she's going to make. And
I
it kills
know.
her.
It's
She
very
hates it.
it's out of my control. I don't like
She's-
it. Now,
She
Christine,
sends me messages. Are you sure those are the right measurements? Are you sure?
it's not exactly what I said, but there's an element of truth. Now,
Yeah.
Christine, this is something I forgot to do is put the measurements actually in the description. From your
Oh.
side, where would you find the description? Where would you find the measurements? You would find them on your
I
Facebook
have them
page.
posted on my Facebook page.
And I have them on my Facebook page. And the other thing for everybody who's watching, because there's lots watching,
Good.
can you let us know where you're watching from and whether this is your
Yep.
first time here? That would be wonderful. I'm going
I
to throw
recognize a
back to
few
you
names. Yep. I'm
because
gonna
you're
say hi
in
to Debbie and
control.
Cindy. I'm in control. And Anne doesn't like to be in control, even though she technically is with the software. All right. So yeah, so you can actually you can put my desk on, Anne. All right, perfect. So these are the measurements, and I did them in both imperial inches and metric centimeters. And that's what was driving Anne crazy because she doesn't know what we're doing, so she wasn't sure if I converted them correctly. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one in inches and one in centimeters. So I have two projects I'll just kind of do at the same time. And that way you're going to see that this particular project doesn't come out that much different. And so I guess we'll start, right? So I'm going to use my trimmer and I'm going to cut. What I'll do is, what do I want to do? I think I'll just kind of follow the lines along, and hopefully that doesn't confuse you. And I'm not showing you what we're making. We're just going to create it together. So now I have to remember what we're making. All right. So my card base, it's a square. So for inches, it's 7.5 by 7.5. Centimeters, it's 19 centimeters by 19 centimeters. So we'll just do this one. My inches is going to have a purple fresh fuchsia base. So don't get mixed up. Remind me if I mess it up.
Now,
So it's
sorry, Christine, to interrupt. That would be fresh freesia for anyone in Australia.
Did I say it differently?
You do, but only a little bit. I'm trying to train Christine on Australian slang. We'll see how we go.
I'll get there. I already told you I was wearing my jumper.
Ah.
All right. So this is 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches. And I'm going to score it and then I'll do the centimeter one. So I'm going to score it just one side at 2 1/4. Right. 2 1/4 and 5 3/4. All right. So that is the base for the inches. So now I'm going to put that right here and hopefully I don't get mixed up. So my centimeters, I'm going to do Mossy Meadow. And what did I say? This is 19. Do you know, I didn't even realize, I'm sure I did, but I never paid attention. On these trimmers, I have metric on the top and inches right underneath.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do 19 centimeters by 19. And then again, I'm just going to score one side at 6 centimeters and 15 centimeters. Easy, easy. All right. So now, and you can see they're almost the same. And again, this one doesn't matter because I worked it out so that, I mean, these are a hair off. All right. Are you good, Anne? Should I continue?
Yes, keep going. I'm
All right.
actually doing the centimetre one. I've already
Good.
cut out the inch one.
Oh, okay.
So that's if you
So-
hear any noise, that's what the noise is.
Okay. So I said pattern paper. So throughout this whole project, you can use the same pattern paper on the whole project, or you can use 1, 2, or 3 different patterns. So I think I actually am doing 3 different ones, but I have one sample, I think, that just shows one. All right, so the pattern paper again for inches is 3 1/4. I just love this paper. 3 1/4 by 7 1/4.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
sorry. It's okay. I got lost.
All right, so that aside. And then for my centimeters, I'm going to do 8 by 18. So I probably should have said you want your pattern to go like a portrait, skinny, like a skinny one. 8 by 18. All right. All right, so these two are gonna go together and these two are gonna go together. And then the next line here, let me check them off. So we did that one. We did that one. So then I said solid of the same or coordinating piece of paper. So I actually have, when I cut this, I had this left over. So I'm going to just use the same color. And that is for inches 3 1/4 by 7 1/4. So you can get both the base and this piece on this from the same piece of cardstock.
Ideo. Now, I'll just give everybody a bit of time to catch up, and I'm going to read you some comments just while they get
Yes.
through to that because
Perfect.
there's so
Yep.
many here.
All right.
So
And
we've
hold
got
on 1 second. Let me
Oh,
just
sorry.
while I'm
Yep.
cutting, I'm just gonna cut. I'm just gonna follow along. So my centimeters will be 8 by 18 in a solid color.
Yep.
Okay.
Ideo. So we have Tracy, who's a first watcher. Now she's comes from just up the road from me, Gympie. We've got Mary Lou. We've got Carla, Debbie. Now, if I getting your name wrong, you know it's because I don't know you, so I apologise now. Cindy,
Yeah.
Carol Gaines, and Carla is from Northwest PA, so Northwest Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop, radio. Duxbury,
My daughter.
Massachusetts.
I was
Mary.
gonna say my daughter went to school in Pennsylvania.
Aha. So Mary Lou from Duxbury, Massachusetts, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Oh, she's told me that. So Mary Lou is using the same colour as you're using.
Oh, good.
Now, Della, I need better glasses, from Calabash, North Carolina. First time watching
First time
you, so
watching.
welcome.
Awesome.
We've got Nina from Kansas City, so welcome if you haven't been here before. And we've got Jane, I'm thinking, who really likes the paper that you're using.
Oh, good. And I have the whole pack, so I can show you the packs of paper too. But I'll get all the cutting done. Awesome. So welcome everyone. I'm very excited. So all right, so I just did a white 3 inches by 7 inches. And I'm going to do white also for centimeters. So it's 7.5. Do you say 7.5 or 7.5?
I say 7.5.
All right, that's what I thought. So 7.5 by 17. And so here's a centimeters question. Do you like if it was like say 7.3, do you do measurements like that tiny, or do you try to do them on the fives?
No, I always do them. I don't round up or round down. What they are is what they are.
Okay.
Only because it makes it easier for me. But I think some other demonstrators do go up and down.
Mhm.
But I would go, like if it was 7.3, I go 7.3.
Okay, because I
Especially
did
if
run.
it's,
I went up and down because I wasn't sure.
yeah. And if it was, I was doing inches and centimeters so that they are both really the same measurement,
Mm-hmm.
I would use whatever's exact, whatever that is. But I know
Yep.
there are, even when Stamping Up do centimeters, they have a system which works so that your layers are always correct. And it's a little easier maybe than mine, but if you're used to using centimeters, 7.2 is easy,
Yeah.
7.3
Oh,
is easy,
I think
7.5
it
is easy.
probably it's easier actually than worrying about an eighth of an inch and a 16th of an inch, um, just for counting purposes. All right. So I just did. So I did the white for both, and that's you'll see it can be a light color, but I did white. A pattern paper again, the same are coordinating. So I did a different one. 3 inches by 4 inches, and I'm gonna do my metric one, and then the 7.5 by 10. All right, so that is all the pieces really you need for the card. But I'm gonna have you make a coordinating envelope.
Whoop whoop. I was excited
Yep.
by that.
So these are my pieces, just to show you, for my inches. And these are my pieces for my metric. So now I'm going to cut the envelope and then we'll put the cutter aside. So again, it could be one of the same patterns or it can be a different pattern. So for inches, mine is 8.25 by 11. So let's see, 8.25. Now, when you're using the envelopes, you're gonna see the inside, right? If you open up the envelope. So
Yeah.
try to pick a pattern that works, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's okay. Because some of the one of the patterns I was gonna pick didn't quite work because there was now they have like the little scenes on the back of some of the papers. So you would have broken up the seam. All right, so this one, and again, I will do both. So this one is 8.25 by 11. And I'm going to score it first, and then I'll cut the other one. Score in the portrait position, and this is what I mean. Like this is portrait, and this is landscape. I know some people say short side, long side. That mixes me up because I don't really know. It's like, well, is that the short side or is that? So I just do portrait and landscape. So I'm gonna score this at 2.5. And 6.25. Now, on this trimmer, the 6.25 is right in the seam, which is a little bit of a pain in the neck. Sometimes you can't see it. I have a little, oh, not in this trimmer. My other one, I actually have a little paint marker mark. All right, and so now for my metric, I'm going to use this piece. I was going to use another piece, but on the bug paper, you know how it has like the little vignette. So
Yep.
didn't. So I figured that this would be a pretty envelope.
Anyway,
All
now
right.
I'm going to ask Jane a question. She says she's just down the road.
From
And
me
I'm
or
just
from
trying to
you?
work. That's my question. There's a big difference between the two, something like 16,000 kilometers. So, who are you down the road from? And then, Delra has
Yeah.
asked a question that I think you should be the one answering. How are you
Okay.
scoring with your trimmer?
Oh, that's a great question. So here we go. I have the Stampin' Up! Trimmer. And so on this trimmer, the darker, it's like a dark gray, is my cutting blade, and my light gray is my score blade. So I'll show you as I do it, but I have two kind of blades on here at once. So sometimes, and you can have them, I know some people like the scoring one on the bottom and the cutting on the top. I like the scoring on the top, but when I cut, I just kind of keep it out of the way. So let me finish cutting this and then I'll show you the scoring. So this one is metric. So this is 21 by 28. Let me make sure I did it right. 21, yep, by 28.
And maybe because just show the extending of the arm.
Yep, I have it right here. So this
Yep.
closes, but then when you have a bigger piece of paper, you can extend the arm out. And so it gives you actually up to 17 inches, which is more than I'll ever need. All right, so to score, let's see. Oh, actually, I have to go back because I was supposed to score more. Let me just do the metric and then I'll go back to the inches. So I'm going to score this at 6.5 and 16. So 6.5's here. So I've just lined that up where I need it. And then I just get my cutting blade out of the way, put it on the bottom, and then I just use the gray one, the light gray, and that scores it, which makes it nice and easy. In 16, just have to keep double check. Oh, so this is where it gets a little mix of where 16 is. Now I can kind of see it. Oh, it's like right on the
Yeah.
it's right on. Okay. All right. And then I forgot to do this on the other one. Flip it to the landscape position like that. And I'm going to score it at, this one is metric, 4 centimeters and 26. So 4 and 26. All right. Let me go back and do this one, landscape. And that's at 1.5. And 10.25. All right. Let me bring all my pieces to show you. So here's my metric. Nope, that's not. Here's my inches envelope. And these are my inches pieces. And then here is my metric envelope and my metric pieces. And you can kind of see, they're pretty
Pretty
close.
similar. Yep.
Yep. All right. We good to go? All right. Oh,
Now,
so
Christine,
Jane
can I
is in
ask?
the
Oh, sorry.
So that must be it must be Jane, who I know who Jane is. Yes, she is in the same town. She's coming over on Saturday.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. Okay. What
Now,
was your
can I
question?
ask a favor?
Yes.
Rather than jumping from centimeters, well,
Yep.
from inches to centimeters and back, can we do one project, then the next
Yes.
project?
And actually, yes, I just was trying to figure out what was the best way of doing that. You're going to see as I put one together, what doesn't matter which
Yeah,
measurements you're using because they're
yeah,
put together exact same way. But yes, so I'll do this one first.
yeah. And I'll do
And
my inches one first.
Okay. And so I'm going to put my envelope piece, this one aside. I don't need that yet. So I'm going to start way back. We did the first piece, well, that square piece, and we have the score line. So just fold on your score lines. So it makes like a little tube. And I'm going to use my little scraper here. So you can use your bone folder.
So does it matter which one is the on the outside? The
Don't glue it together. Yeah.
no, but does it matter?
No, it does
Right.
not matter. It does not matter.
So we're doing inches first, Jan.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just thinking for a second. I have to remember a step. If I'm doing, I forget which order I'm doing my step. So actually, let's put this aside for a second. Let my brain work, and let's put this part together. Okay. Phew. Okay, this is what we want to do. Now I'm remembering. Okay. Let's just start with the inside. You're gonna see. Let's start with this. So, sorry everybody. We're gonna use the white piece and then the kind of the slim piece, and we're just going to glue those together or tape them together.
So Christine, just to clarify, I might have cut this out the wrong way. Are these both exactly the same size?
Meaning the white and the solid?
Yeah.
No. See, they have a border.
I know. So the pattern paper, we're doing inches.
The pattern paper is the same as the solid, but we're not using the pattern just yet.
Oh, we're using the white. Sorry. Thank you, Christine.
You're very welcome.
I was asking for a friend. Of course, I would not have been totally confused.
I'm happy to help out your friend.
Yes.
All right. So you're going to glue the white onto the solid.
Thank you, Christine.
You're welcome.
And to think I teach classes.
Well, you know, I think teachers make the worst students.
That's because we think we know what we're doing without any
Exactly.
help.
Excuse me. All right. So what we're going to do now is I want to, so we have that small pattern paper, but I need to cut a diagonal on here. So I want to, and it really doesn't matter which side. So I'm going to cut from one corner down to maybe like halfway. So you can cut from right to left, or you can cut left to right. So let me show you first. So I'm going to take the tip. I'm going to put that in my cutting, and I'll be doing this again on the other one. I'm going to put the corner of that, which is really the top, in on a diagonal. And I'm not measuring it, but I want it to kind of look similar to this shape. Now again, if it's this shape, that's fine too. It doesn't matter which way you do it. For those lefties out there. And then, and this is important, I only want to put glue or adhesive on two sides of the paper. So I want to put it on the bottom and then the tall side. So let me do it and then I'll show you. And have the glue kind of close to the edge. Mine was probably a little bit wide. So then you're going to glue it down on the bottom so you're not going to see the white. So it's going to look like that.
Well, mine looks the opposite of yours, but
That's fine.
okay.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. So it's kind of like you have this little slit here. Yeah, so, okay. All right, so we're going to put that aside and we're going to go back to our, what I was calling the tube. So you have options here. You can either glue this to like the middle section and just leave it flat. But I'm going to show you something else, but I want you to know that this is fine. Like you don't need to do the cutting that I'm going to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I
So-
won't do the cutting, so everybody will see an alternative.
Do I have? No, I forget if I have one that's cut or not.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
But yeah, that's fine. You don't have to do the cutting if you don't want to. All right. So, but if you're going to do some cutting, I'm going to use the Stylish Shapes dies, which I know,
Oh,
I don't know, but I use these all the time. I know a lot of my customers have them because I use them all the time, and I know a lot of people have them.
yeah.
So I'm going to use actually a couple pieces on here, but I'm going to use the second to largest circle. So it's the second to largest circle. And I'm going to make a slit on the top of my pattern paper. So, like a half moon taking it out. But I want to make it so that it's as even as possible. So how I did that was I just cut a piece of just regular copy paper, thin paper, out of the same circle. And then I folded it in half. And then what I did is I kind of lined it up on my circle. And then I don't know if you can see, but I made a mark on the top and the bottom. So that's how I found out the halfway mark of my circle. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm looking for my dies that here they are, that I made sure I could find. Now, did you say the largest or second largest circle?
Second largest. It really doesn't matter what size you use. The large would probably be too big, but for the other ones, it's fine as long as you use the same one for each step that I'm going to show you. Again, you don't have, this is an optional step. You do not have to do this if you don't have the circles, but I just wanted to show you. I think it's kind of cool. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match up those halfway marks. I am eyeballing it. I think my sample that I created, I actually did find the exact half place, but this looks pretty good. I'm just going to put a little piece of washi tape down just so it doesn't move. And I'm going to cut that half circle out. And it doesn't have to be exactly half. If you wanted it a little bit shorter, that's fine. I think that's what I did actually. I found the halfway mark and then I just moved it up a little bit. It's a little bit shorter. But again, it's kind of however you want it to be. And then I'm just going to cut this up. My wires are falling down. Okay. If you had a circle punch, you could do that instead of the die. Or again, you could do nothing. All right, so this actually, I think I made a little bit deeper than my other samples, but that is fine. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to move this aside. I'm now going to glue this onto the middle section of that cardstock.
Mary Lou said she thought it might have been my cat. Was that a noise?
Oh, you know what? My wire that is connected to my phone hit
Oh.
a spring.
Oh, was that it? Oh, I've
It was
been
just me.
busy trying to cut this out.
It was me. All right. So now it looks like that. So now I'm going to take that same die and I'm going to kind of line it up, maybe with a little bit of a border. Like that. And now I'm going to cut it again. But you're going to find, first put the cover on my glue. You're going to find that this paper is too wide for my machine. That's okay. I came up with a solution. What we're going to do is we're going to fold the two panels back. It does not matter which one goes on top. So now I'm going to run it through the machine like that. You with me?
Christine, can I just ask one question?
Yes.
When you put the die and line it up with your previous cutout space, are
Mhm.
you lining it up so it sits snugly in that same
Yep,
hole,
I
or
understand. So I raised it up a little bit because if you did it snugly, which will be fine, but your border, this is where it gets, how anal are you? Like your border will be a little skinnier than the border on the side. So what I did is I just raised it up a little bit. Like, I don't know.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So now, and then I closed it and I'm going to put my plate on top and then I'm going to run it through. Now, if you want, you can run it through twice because it's couple thicknesses of paper. It's okay if not all of them come out, because what you can do is flip this around and you can kind of see where the markings are and just line it up again and run it through. You can even look at it from this end just to make sure that that will come through. And then I'm just going to run it through again. Again, I'll do this again. Well, I can do this again on the other one, or I can leave it plain. I'll let you guys decide if you want me to do it again. Okay. Now don't forget, we haven't sealed that yet. All right. This back so you don't get the glare. All right, how's everybody doing so far?
I had a great tip to make the half circle from Mary Lou,
Okay, great.
and I think that's the last
That's it.
comment.
Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to open this up. And we're going to seal it. So again, it doesn't matter which side goes down first, but whatever side you pick first, I'll just do the one that's closest to me. I'm only going to put glue on the bottom, just like that. So this side only has glue on the bottom, and I'm going to close that. And then this one, whichever one's remaining, I'm going to put it on the long side and then that in the bottom. So really, we've made a pocket. So this piece I already cut out. I use the same stylish shape styles. Now you could just cut a rectangle. You could do a circle, fold it in half. But it's going to be a tab that pulls this part out of the pocket. So I used this piece, and I did gold because I figured I would kind of have it match. And I'm going to just find, how big is this? Let's do it. It's 3 3/8 inches. So that would be 1.5, like 3/16. You just want to kind of find the halfway mark. And it just makes it a little easier to fold in half. And it doesn't have to match perfectly. And I'm going to attach this. I'm going to attach it to the back first. I'm going to put a little glue here. I do my best to find the center. I want to leave some space. So I'm not attaching this flush to the edge. I'm leaving, I don't know, 3/4 inches, an inch or so. And then I'm going to fold that down. And I'm going to attach it. I'm actually not going to attach it at the very bottom. I'm going to attach it closer to the edge of the paper. And I'll show you why in a second. So actually, I'm just going to put glue. I put glue on my paper on this one. And now I'm just going to fold this down closed. And just give it a good squeeze so it has a good stick. Make sense?
Yes. I had a little disaster.
That's okay.
Oops.
Yep, Mary Lou says, hold on while we catch up. I can make my other one too, so that can help you catch up. And I can actually show you my other samples. I have 3 other samples I can show you. So when
sorry,
Yep.
I used some washi tape
Mhm.
that obviously wasn't low tack.
Oh, it's stuck.
Oh, did it ever?
Oh, mine is super old, so it's not all that sticky.
Mine was
So
super old, but it didn't help.
now this will slide right into my pocket.
Yes.
And then, but let me show you what it really is, and then we'll make the envelope. I think I have. But all right, so now I'm showing you the envelope. So here we're going to make the envelope too. I'm just going to open it up. So, oops, that's the card in there. That's not what I wanted to happen. Okay, I'll put this back together. Okay, so here's one. I actually made this, you can see, a much smaller circle than this one, which is, it doesn't matter, it's fine. But when you pull this up, it's a money card.
Aha.
So I looked up Australian money, and your money is really about the same width.
Yeah.
Your lengths, I guess, are different depending on the denomination, but the width of the centimeters will fit your money, whatever you call your money. What do you call your money? Ours is dollars. Oh, you call it dollars? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this one is for my
I
neighbor.
thought that was a trick question for a little minute.
Well, like, like euros is not dollars, or that's what I meant.
There's
then
so
you
much training before you get here.
I know not to tip. You put that in my
That's training number 1.
So, and then you can decorate however. Like, I'm going to show you some more samples. So this one, I actually put Will's name on the front. This one, I actually already decorated these. So I have a bunch of graduations that are coming up. So I thought these would make great graduation cards. So I'm just going to put some dimensionals on here. This one is going to be for my niece, Kate. She's graduating college. Oh, I didn't pay attention to my butterflies, but I need this to be centered. Hopefully my butterflies will still fit in the envelope. We'll find out. And then I'm going to put this, maybe I'll stick it in here with her check, because that's a little bit big. I think that's what I'll do. But the reason why we left the slit, it's just so that the dollars, or I know you guys don't use checks, but it just slides in there. And see how I tucked the money in here? That's why I didn't want you to glue it too close to the edge, so that you could tuck it in like that. Everybody, do you want me to make a whole nother one before I do the envelope? Would that give you time to catch up?
Now, I'll wait for some answers. Now, Patty has just asked what time it is in Australia. Well, Australia's like the US, time difference is as big as from one side to the other. However, in Queensland, it is currently 11:45 in the morning. And it is 32 degrees Celsius. Doesn't feel that hot yet, but it's going to be a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius, which I'm going to guess is in the low 90 for Fahrenheit.
All right, I see that Mary Lou says yes, so I'm just gonna make another one. Oh, Jane loves it. Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm sure you do have plenty of graduates. She's a big family. Okay. Okay, so let me put these aside, and these are my pieces again. I'm just gonna put this one. Actually, no, I'm gonna do exactly what I did before. I'm gonna put the white on the solid. Find my glue. This one is for my other niece who's graduating high school.
So this is something, graduation in the States, I think, is a far bigger thing than here, or maybe because of my family. So would you give money to, like, money is the gift for graduation?
It depends. So for my neighbor, because they were good, they gave my kids money for graduation, so I'm just reciprocating. And then I guess it depends. Sometimes, like if you're going off to college, like you might buy things you need for your dorm room but a lot of times it's money towards expenses or computers or stuff.
Right out. I get
So
that.
I cut this one white wrong, but it doesn't matter because remember we're gonna put this right on top. We're just gonna hide that little mistake, but I wanted to point it out to you that I had made an error in my cutting. Yeah, I guess it depends, but I think from my kids graduating, money was the most common gift. Because it's so expensive to go to school.
Yeah. And certainly your university fees are a lot higher than us, and ours aren't cheap.
Right. All right. So remember, I'm just going to glue on the bottom and the long side on this one because it's nice to have that little slit. So it's just helpful to slide in the money or the check. I mean, and if you don't give money and you wanted to still make this can just be a note. Like you don't have to make a pocket or anything. It can just be a card. All right. I'm going to hide that. There we go. Seam. Okay, so that's the inside of that one. And then I have my Mossy Meadow. And then, do you want me to make this one plain or do you want me to do this one with a circle?
Plain. Oh, I can do mine plain if you like.
I can do mine plain because actually it's really pretty. I'll do it plain because it's really pretty paper.
Yep. Mine's very plain. So
okay, so I'll do that. So I'm just gonna put this right on top.
Because you wouldn't tell me what we were doing, I couldn't know what paper to pick.
I know it's hard.
I noticed that you were asking me questions when it was my turn to design too.
Did you answer them?
Of course not.
Yeah. See?
You got the same responses I got from you.
Exactly.
Zippo.
The one thing I did notice with the metric is this border is slightly wider than this one. But actually, I kind of like it, but that was like one of the very little differences between the metric and the English, or not the English, the imperial. All right, so I'm gonna just do the same thing. I'm just gonna put glue on this first piece on just the bottom. And on this one, I'll do the bottom and the long side. I think these colors of this paper pack are so nice together. I love Mossy Meadow anyways, but All right, have a little glue peeking out. That's all right. We'll just rub it out. All right, so we'll let that dry before I slide in the pocket. And then I have my pieces here to decorate. So this one I ended up just doing a basic beige tab. So I could fold it in half, but I really kind of like scoring it because you get a crisper look. So what did I say? It was like
Oh,
about that much. Alrighty. So this one, since I'm not going to have I want to make sure that this is pretty high up there so they know that to pull it out. And that looks even, hopefully. And same thing, I'm going to put glue on the paper part so that, oh, well, that was pretty high up. I'm going to slide it down a little bit. Give it a pinch. This one I cut out, I think.
I know. Whilst you're working on this, Carol Gaines said, "You two are a hoot." Carla says, "I was thinking the same." And then Mary Lou says, "I always laugh through these. Love how they tease each other." That's not teasing. It is. It is.
It is. I lost a piece. It's not integral. It was a little decorative piece. So hopefully I'll find it. It's a little mushroom. Let me know if you see it on here anywhere. I was going to put the little mushroom on my tab there. All right. So, oh, never mind. I found it. I thought that would look really cute. So, yes, we have, I mean, we can't really hide it. We have a lot of fun together. All right. And then I have a little celebrate I'm going to put down here. And I know I did this prep work ahead of time. You guys didn't know what to do, but I want to show you a bunch of samples of ideas of what you can do. All right. So
And we
that's
can
my inside card.
and we can finish it off once we finish.
Exactly. Yep.
That's
And
the
look,
idea.
isn't that cute with the little ants?
Oh my goodness, yes. I love those little ants.
Yeah, she likes bugs and stuff, so I thought she would like this.
So, and you may have said this, but I'm busy trying to catch up. Is that cut out of the paper or are they stamped?
I did not say, but I cut it out of the paper. So this is the designer paper, and I used the die and cut them out. And then I don't know if you can tell on the back of it, it's white, but there's that ladybug embossing folder. So I embossed the back of it.
Oh, I can't. Can you see if you can give it a little closer? I can't see that, but it doesn't. Oh, now I
Here we
can
go.
see it. Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
Love it.
Yeah, and so
I've got an adorable and a very cute.
oh, good.
And I'm assuming they're talking about your card.
Yeah. So then that's what this one looks like finished. So I'll pull out I have 2 more samples to show you, and then we'll make the envelope. Sound good?
Yes.
Or actually, no, let's make the envelope and then I'll show you because those are all wrapped up together. We'll do, if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for the envelope, I already unwrapped one of them. You kind of probably saw. So I sealed it with the twine in these little circles. So the circles are from the same stylish shapes. I just used the smallest one and I cut 2. You could cut circles from anywhere. But I just I didn't want to use too many products to confuse you. All right, so these will be put together the same way, the metric versus the imperial. So you're gonna fold right on those 4 lines. And we actually do need to cut a little bit. I'm folding so I can see where my lines are. All right, remember we had the score line up top and we had a score line down here. So what I'm gonna do, made sure I put my scissors up here. I didn't have them on my last live. I brought them downstairs. I'm just gonna cut this little, it's on this short section, this piece off. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Like that. So I cut, so I'm just leaving this middle section. I'm going to do the same thing on the thicker part. I'm going to leave the middle and just cut the two sides off. All right, so it looks like it's going to look like that. I'm going to have the thicker part on the top. And then I'm just going to notch the middle part. So just makes it a more finished look. It's not necessary, but I just think it has.
So what do you mean by notching? Could you explain that? a little
Oh,
further?
maybe I'm calling it the wrong thing.
No,
What do
I call it a wedge, but
Oh,
just explain.
I'm just kind of angling the corner, the right angle. I'm just making a little triangle, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
I
you
call it a
make it a.
notch.
You make it. You've made yours a lot more at an
Defined.
angle. Yeah, and I think yours looks better than mine.
Thank you. Well, you can, since yours is smaller, just you can make it bigger.
I did.
Okay. And all we're going to do now is just, again, it doesn't matter which size you close. Just close the middle part. And then this is, so this is having a little bit of a trouble folding up because my cutting was not so perfect. So I'm just going to trim this one a little bit more, a little off.
So I know you trimmed the larger tab. You didn't
Mhm.
trim the smaller tab, or did I miss
I
that?
did. You missed it. I did.
Thank you.
Yep. So now I just cut it so it will fold down easily. So I'm going to glue. Again, it doesn't matter either side, but you're just going to glue one side. Put glue on one side. Find my glue. So I'm just going to put it on this one because we don't want to glue the envelope closed. So I'm going to glue that and give that a second to stick. And then I'm going to glue this bottom little tab up so that bottom will be closed. Like that. So that's your envelope. But to seal it, just make sure I did a bad job cutting. I'm just going to trim it. Let me actually do the other one while you're finishing up. And this is done the exact same way. I feel bad putting all these bugs on the inside, but these are actually the ones that I cut out for the front. This is the same pattern. So all of these bugs line up with the dies. It's the cute as a bug or sweet bugs. So you can cut them all out, which is nice. All right, so just fold it on all the score lines. And now I'm just going to cut so that those center tabs stay. And the outer tabs will come off. But sometimes if you want to send like a nice little thank you, whether it be a gift card or gift certificate or something, you can put that in here too. If you had to give if you wanted to give something to someone, or again, if you didn't want this as a money card, you can just use the inside as a card. We're gonna glue that shut. Make sure it's actually. It's good to before you put glue on it to make sure that that will. It's the same thing. Will fold flat, so I just have to trim off a little bit more. Okay. All right, so those my two envelopes. And then I have, like I said, I cut out the 2 sets of circles already. And this is what I think is cool, how to seal it shut. So I'm going to, actually, I'll seal it without that. Oh, I think I just made it. I want to make sure it fits. Oh, I'm lucky. I have no room to spare, but it works. I am realizing it's a little stiff getting it out. Okay, so how I'm going to seal these, I'm going to take my dimensionals, and I brought up some twine. I brought up a couple different colors. And I think twine works better than ribbon. I think I'm gonna, this one has a little gold in it, so I'm going to use that. And then I think I'll use this one. I'm going to put a dimensional. I'm going to do my best to find the middle. And I'm going to attach. I'm not cutting the twine. I'm leaving it attached to the spool. And I'm going to attach the twine just to the part of the dimensional. Do you see?
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm going to put my circle right on top of it. And then this one, I don't need to attach the twine. I'm just going to put it down. I'm going to do my best to find the center. Like that. So that way you can wrap it around and you can make however long you want it. And it will seal your envelope. But now the twine is attached because it's underneath the circle. So I'll do it again. So I'm going to put the dimensional in the middle. I'm going to attach my twine so it sticks. I'll hold it up again. So it's still attached to my spool. I just attach some of the twine to the dimensional. And then I'm going to put my circle on top of it. And using the dimensional gives a little bit of width for the twine to actually wrap around. To find my other, there it is. And I kind of find the center, I just bring the twine straight up. Wrap it around.
Oops. Oops.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Putting it on the front of the card doesn't work very well. On the front of the envelope.
Oh, no. You need to do it on the part you have to close. Oops. You know what? Mistakes are okay.
They are nothing that I couldn't remove. Can you just show me the top of your envelope where you've tied it around? I'm on a really small screen, as you always know.
I'm going to turn it sideways. Does
Oh,
that
rightio.
help?
Yes, that helps. Yes. So that's the way it would seal. It probably wasn't going to seal on that other way.
Right. It would just be pretty,
It
but
would
it
have
wouldn't
been.
seal.
Sorry about that. I
No,
just
sorry.
I made a mistake just in case to save anybody else making a mistake. It wasn't,
Right.
a
It's a
true
teachable
mistake.
moment.
Yes, of course it wasn't a true mistake. It really was.
All right. I'm going to show, I have two more samples. I know
Samples?
you have a small screen, but I'm going to show you two more samples. This was the original one. I had actually done this years ago, and I saved things and I found it and I said, "Oh, that would be good to do." So I loved this paper. So it's old. Of course, now it was coming out so easily. Now it's like swollen. So I had done a whale done, and I did a congratulations on that one. And then the other one I just made is a baby card. It's not baby paper, but it's yellow. All right, sorry, it makes these are a little snug. Okay. So I used the sheep. It says welcome
No.
cutie, and I put a little heart up top. And then congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah. So when you're ready, Anne,
Yes.
you can flip the screen. And for everyone else, I will take pictures of these and post them. And then I encourage you to post your creations under that post. So I'll post it tomorrow because it'll be better light to take pictures of them all tomorrow.
I know. I'll clean up my desk slightly. And oh gee whiz. Wait a minute.
All right. How's everyone doing there? Let's see. Can you mail the envelope with a ribbon on it? I don't know. I think of these as more of like hand deliver. But you could ask your postmaster that question. So I don't know. Oh, and Mary
Oh,
Lou
yeah.
left to talk to her son for his birthday. Okay, so let's see. Do you want to show just your screen so we can see it bigger?
Yes, I will. I'm just oh, yeah. So this is my card. Now I use the product of the month from February, which is still available in Australia, and I think it's still available in the United States.
I
Uh,
think so. I actually
yeah.
just got it. I like it.
And for those that don't know what the product of the month is, for if you place an order of $125 in Australia, this paper will only cost you $9. And we've got a die coming up for the month of April, which is pretty exciting.
Isn't it an
Uh,
embossing folder?
it's an embossing die, basically.
Oh.
So it cuts and embosses, but it doesn't have an embossing folder,
Oh.
if that makes sense.
Realize that. Yep, I didn't realize
I've
that.
only
I just
had
looked quick.
Yeah. I had a little look this morning, and that's how I thought it worked. So this is the paper. This is my favorite paper out of that. So I'm assuming that you just wrap this around here and left
Yeah,
this
you can
little.
just wrap it
So
around a little bit.
yeah.
Yep.
So I used half a spool of twine.
Yeah, you probably didn't need to use that much.
You don't think? Well, I went from one to the other because I thought I was, no, this is not true, smarter than you. And I decided that I needed some colored twine. So I'd colored this little tiny piece of twine.
Oh, yeah. Which
And
would
that,
be nice, but yeah, that's not
yeah,
enough. And
I'll
that's too much.
obviously have to use that on another project. So, yes, it's secured down here. I'm hoping you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to open this up and hopefully out will pull. Oh, rightio. Out will pull my card. Now this is I had to change mine because it all stuck to the. I had to cut out some bits because it all stuck to my washi tape.
Your washi tape, yeah.
And I really quickly stamped and didn't do an excellent job, but you'll understand it. You make the world a better place. And so then I pulled it out. So I kind of matched the Pretty Pink, Petal Pink, sorry, Petal Pink. And this is Lost Lagoon, because that was the shading of my paper, and I wasn't sure because Christine wouldn't tell me how it would turn out. Now, I don't want you to think that I took it personally, but I get to do it to her next time, so it's
I
okay.
know.
There's payback. So that's that one. Now, I didn't get my envelope done on this one. However, I have the actual card done and the little pull out. Now, I've just used the Creative Haven Designer Series paper. I was going to use the other side of this, but it had a pattern on it, and the pattern was going to go sideways. So it was a book pattern
Oh yeah.
that
Yeah.
looked like that. So that wasn't going to work. So that's why it's a fairly plain card, but it's still pretty. And I love this design. And Christina told me that I would love it, and she's 100% right. So I've got a
Oh
little
good.
pull here. I didn't cut mine out, and I didn't glue it on the back because I was a
Yeah.
bit short of time.
Once you put some sort of decoration on the front, that more plain
It
pattern will
will,
go
and
away. Yep.
yeah,
It'll look
and I
nice.
can, like some of, well, maybe not that, but can go on it, and it
Yeah.
won't look anywhere near as plain. And
If
to be
you
honest,
and oh, sorry.
I
Go
was
ahead.
going to say, I cut this out while Christine was cutting it out. I hadn't even thought about how this was going to come together, but I just wanted to see how the centimeters worked compared to the inches. I'm an inch girl, as everybody knows. I very rarely use centimeters, but I understand how it all comes together. And my envelope will probably go the right way. I can put the books on the
Oh yeah,
envelope.
that would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And match.
So, and then I can tie that in there somehow.
Perfect.
Ideos.
Can you throw it to my table? I just want to show everybody something. I just tried something.
And I just about removed you completely. JG said, "Hello, Christine. I just tuned in. Looks very interesting, and we'll watch the replay." So, where are you watching from, JG? Let us know. And if you've ever watched us before.
So when I was trying to take the envelopes out, I noticed as doing it live that they're getting a little stuck. So one thing is you could always stuff like we probably should have done it before. If you haven't put it together, you could always put like a dimensional on the bottom and then seal it so it give it a little bit of because it's a little bit long. So you could always shorten it up a little, you know what I mean? By putting a dimensional that will shorten it up. But what I just did is I just cut a V out of this part of the envelope. So at least when they open it, they'll see that there's something in there. You know what I mean? They'll look and then they'll grab it all up. It is a little tight, and this one is a little bit long. So you can play with the measurements a little bit, but sometimes you need the length, like this one, because my tab is really sticking out. So you can play with that a little bit, and like this one will fit. But I think I kind of like this idea of just cutting the V, or you could always use a circle punch and punch it that way too. But just that way, they kind of know that there's more than just this inside. There's the front pocket. Alrighty, so that's what I had. I'd love to see what you guys all created.
Yes, well, I will decorate mine later this afternoon, and then I will send you my photos in the reverse. So, JG is actually an Australian. She watches my videos, so that's good to hear. And thank you very much for joining us. And thank you to everybody who has joined us for the first time. We have so much fun, and I'm sure you have guessed that. It'll be my time to.
Do you want to? Sorry, Anne, I'm going to interrupt. Do you want to put both our faces on?
Oh yes. I have to do so much.
See, Anne likes to be in control, but then she doesn't like to be in control.
Oh, maybe that's how.
There we go.
Oh, now we've got everybody. That's all we can do, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, that's it. We don't get a lot of control, or as much control as I would like. And if you know me, there is unlimited control I need. um, IDEO. What was I saying? Thanks everybody for joining us. Share our videos because the wider that you share them, or the more you comment, the more that either Facebook or YouTube share our material,
More,
our
yeah,
content, and we want to share it with as many people as possible because we want them to have as much fun as what we do.
yeah.
Now I was trying to look up what date the next one
Oh, you know
is.
what? So can that's the week that have something going on.
So
So,
we
but it
can.
might be okay. So tentatively, you know what? It's probably fine. Tentatively, it's May 7th or May 8th. Like so the
What's
evening of
wrong with May 1?
is a Friday. Oh.
Oh, that's your Thursday.
No, but that's fine. We can do it that. Actually, you know what, Anne?
Keep it to that day.
That might be better.
Radio. So it's going to be May 1 in Australia and the 30th of
Yeah.
April in the United States. So that's our next one. I will be designing a project and
Yeah, that actually
I'm
works out perfectly.
yeah,
Yeah, so Anne will do all the work and I'll be the student.
I won't be telling her anything and make her suffer like I did. There's no suffering, as you know.
It is a
it,
different feeling though, not to have any control or say of what's
it
happening.
is, and not knowing how what you should be picking or whatever. I've already picked my project for the next one. I hope.
Ooh.
Well, I try and pick it before it gets too late. IDEO. I'm going to go back so I can see everybody. Thanks
Oh,
to everybody. Much appreciated. And Debbie's birthday is on May the 3rd. So happy
and
birthday
if I
to
may
Deb.
interject, before or someone else's birthday is happening soon on April 2nd. So we'll all have to wish her a happy birthday.
Why, thank you, Christine.
You're
See,
welcome.
if it's April the 2nd here, it will be April Fool's Day in the United States. What can I say? And someone else's birthday, I'm just
Oh, it's
missing
May
this.
2nd. Oh, Debbie said May 2nd's her birthday.
Oh,
Um,
sorry, I can't. Yeah,
that's
I
all
have a
right. I
really small screen to work off when I'm doing this. So it's sometimes, oh, she made a mistake. Maybe I did too. Rightio. So, Christine, I'm going to throw it over to you to close off for us.
all right.
And thank
Well,
you so much for your project. I love it.
oh, you're
It's
welcome.
really different. And I love those envelopes when I saw you do them probably a couple of years ago. I can't remember. I love them and I'm so glad I've made them today. So thank
Oh,
you.
good. I'm glad. Yeah, something different. So sometimes it's hard coming up with a project that everyone can do. So it seems like the fancy fold or some sort of fold with paper works. Not that we can't do something stamping or technique based, but so we'll see. So anyways, thank you very much for watching live and the replay for those who are going to watch later. We hope you like it. Both Ann and I will post pictures of the projects that we both made. And then under that post in the comments, you can post pictures of what you made because we want to see what you made as well. Give me till tomorrow to post my pictures though, because my son and I have a date to watch the show tonight. So to be full honesty. And so I will post the picture tomorrow. And then I'll get the pictures to Anne too, so she can post them on her side. Great. So it looks like everyone liked it. Please join us. We both go live every week by ourselves too. I go live every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and Anne goes live. Is it Wednesday mornings?
Wednesday, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night,
Oh,
Australian
because it's my
time.
morning. That's why. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So would love you to watch those too.
Yep.
All right.
Easy. Bye, everybody. It was lovely catching up. And thank
Have
you
a
again
great.
for your
Okay. Thanks,
projects.
everyone.
Bye, everybody.